We all have heard about the story of the apple that fell on top of Sir Isaac Newton's head while he was reading Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. I mean, it's kind of a famous story. Well, that is how gravity was discovered. Well, what exactly is Newton's law of gravitation? What does this mean? And also all this? Again, if you're a wonderful person looking for an answer for these questions, well, I'm here to explain it to you in the most realistic way possible. It has been stated that there's gravitational force between every object in this universe. There's gravitational force between you and your girlfriend, you and your dog, and even between you and John Cena behind you. That's right, you can't see him. Newton's law of universal gravitation states that any particle of matter in the universe attracts any other force varying directly as the product of the masses and inversely as the square of. Confusing? Here's a question. Why would we need to read the whole definition when we are given the chance to learn and gain information while having fun? To simplify, the force between an apple and Earth is significantly smaller compared to the force between the Moon and Earth. This is because force is directly proportional to the product of masses. Also, let's assume that somehow Earth with a heart to venture has traveled a bit far away from Sun. The force between the Earth and the Sun is much smaller compared to Earth and the Sun when it was in its initial position. Thus, force is inversely proportional to the square of the distance between two objects. So here is how the formula looks. Force is directly proportional to the product of masses and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between two objects. Sir Isaac Newton also came up with the gravitational constant, G, which is 6.67 times 10 to the power of negative 11. Adding these to the equation, we get the final formula for Newton's law of universal gravitation, which can be used to find the gravitational force between two planets. So here it is, the limited edition sequel for the famous Apple story. Also, ever seen these random digits somewhere? 9.81? It is the Earth's gravitational acceleration. If a random object that comes to my mind, such as a screwdriver, is falling in a vacuum chamber where there is no air to create resistance, the acceleration in which the screwdriver would be falling is equivalent to the Earth's gravitational acceleration, which is 9.81. Want to know how we have come up with that value? It's quite simple actually. The basic formula for force would be mass times acceleration, F equals ma, which means by removing the mass from two sides, and we'll get a new formula for gravitational acceleration. Now Earth's mass is 5.97 times 10 to the power of 24 in kilograms, and its radius would be 6.37 times 10 to the power of 6 in meters. Add these values to the equation and you'll get 9.81. Hope this information is just as interesting as Luke finding out Darth Vader is his father. I believe this isn't a spoiler for you guys, and stay tuned.